Hi Libra!
Hi Libra!
Welcome to Sophquest Synergy. We are here to synergize with you for the month of August 2015. I'm Spence.
I'm Hope.
And August looks really interesting for absolutely everybody in the zodiac. It's going to be a little bit of a testing month for all of us, and you guys are no exception. We have a keyword for you this month.
The keyword for the month for the House of Libra is self-awareness.
Yeah, you guys went through a resurgence in June, right? Integration
in July.
That's right? Going through that big
We're
internal
hoping
change.
you went through these changes.
We see that you are. Some of you really are. Some of you, I think, are maybe resisting a little bit. But it's a time for self-awareness for you this month because you're really going to be looking inward again and making sure with Saturn's kind of last pass that you really took it on board. And we're going to help you out, give you some tools to go through the month. We do see that there's sort of a little bit of a divergent path in your cards. I think some of you are moving forward pretty easily and some of you are kind of resisting, right? Isn't that what we see?
Exactly. Well, with the sun in the house of Leo, that's shining light on self.
It really is.
It's making you work on yourself. We do have a theme for the month. The theme for this month is ego versus humility.
Ego is really about our self-definition. It's how we value ourselves. It's how we define ourselves. It's our individual freedom. And we look at that in either kind of a healthy way or sort of an unhealthy way when we go to.
If it's unhealthy, then it's constantly empty and you're constantly trying to fill it up.
Which is really denying the truth of self,
right?
And not valuing yourself enough and constantly needing validation from others.
Exactly.
But on the other side of ego is humility, which is really understanding your part in the whole, isn't it? So it's an interesting month because we're all going to be tasked to look at that and see where we kind of stand with that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Venus is in retrograde and Venus is your ruling planet, Libra, so it is going to have a major effect on you this month. When Venus is in retrograde, most of you probably know, it's not when money pours in. It's time to kind of reassess and go over things and look at the budget and maintain, right? And be smart. And it does the same thing for your relationships, really, right? Because love, money, and beauty. We do want to say that when Venus is in retrograde, it is not a good time to do any plastic surgeries or get tattoos or anything like that because it does rule beauty as well, doesn't it? So
absolutely.
We can change our minds once Venus goes direct if we do that.
So don't do anything that would be on a permanent scale.
It's just good advice, especially for Libras because you're ruling planet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do want to talk about a little bit of the astrology right at the jump, the beginning of the month, because it's going to have a major effect on the rest of the month, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We've got Venus, which is retrograde in your 11th house, which is Leo.
Yep.
Where the sun is shining.
Yeah.
So that's about future, that's about dreams, that's about goals.
And groups and how you're looking at self, Leo, the ego, and your place in the group.
Yeah. Right?
And how you dream with others and how you set goal with others. So you're going to really be looking at that, I think, at the beginning of the month. And then Saturn's going to go direct and you are going to be looking at your self-worth and your self-esteem. You really are.
You're going to be working on it.
Saturn in Scorpio, it's the last pass. It's that 30-year major generational shift. And so decisions are going to be made. You guys are going to be looking at that again and making sure you got that big lesson. And I hope you guys will.
You can't get stuck on one lesson. You can't. If you do, resistance, what you resist
hurts,
will persist, man. I'm telling you. You
Yeah.
are better off to learn the lesson, embrace the lesson, no matter how hard it is, how hard you think it is. Change the way you think about it. Embrace the lesson, gather it all up, all the information from it, and move forward. Don't get stuck on that one lesson.
And this is the month that teaches that because Leo is really so much. Leo is the king. Leo knows himself or herself and has a good, healthy ego. So, if we're in denial in any way, being in August, in the month of Leo, we are really going to not be able to be in denial anymore because it's really gonna hurt.
It's gonna have to come to an end, or it's going to leave a scar.
It's gonna feel bad.
It's gonna feel really bad.
You're gonna get more and more uncomfortable with it. So we really hope you'll take it on board. And we're looking at your cards, and we're gonna help you out.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump right in and help you out with that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let's jump right in.
All right.
You want to start with this one?
I do actually. We pull oracles, animal medicine cards, as well as the tarot. And so I do want to start for you guys this month with crystal clear intentions. And the reason is because we see that there's maybe two groups of you, and we see the tools right in the middle of our Tree of Life spread that we always do. So we would like to talk to sort of each group and say that this is kind of your way to get clarity, is crystal clear intentions. I'll read it for you. Archangel Michael says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So hopefully in the months of June and July, as you were really trying to redefine who you were and what you wanted out of life and who you wanted to go forward with, hopefully you've made some serious decisions, because if you have, and you have really crystal clear intentions, you're going to move forward with your issue of the month much more easily than for those of you that are still sitting on the fence. So we're going to help you get off the fence, okay?
That's our goal.
That's our goal this month.
To give you a little nudge, so that you'll want to move forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because your issue for the month, we see, Libra, is the Empress.
Yes. That's
beautiful.
Yeah.
We've pulled her on you guys.
Several times, I know.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
So Libras, we know that you are opening up to something new in life, birthing something beautiful that you really do have to offer of yourself to the world. So whether some of you are actually having a baby, or whether or not it's something that you're birthing in your career, or even in your personal life, or even within yourself. The Empress is like Mother Nature, and the Empress is about going with the natural flow of things. So to block that flow of things, to try to resist against it, is never going to be comfortable. It's always going to feel uncomfortable, like you're butting your head against reality. So go with the natural flow of things and allow for this thing to come from within yourself into your life, especially this month, in the month of gaining that healthy ego, right?
That self-awareness.
Yeah, okay, because what we see is that the form that it's taking for the Empress for you is the Eight of Cups. And we can, this is one of those cards, it's like a Humpty Dumpty card. It can go either way. It can be sort of positive or negative. But the way that we've seen your cards laying out here on the table, we do see that maybe there's some negative things that you're having to turn from and move forward in your life toward.
Maybe you're a little bit scared about what you have to leave behind.
Yeah.
All the work that you've done already that you now have to turn your back on.
Things you've cared
about.
In
order to walk through or walk forward.
Yeah.
It could mean that.
Yeah. Because cups are really about our emotions and what we care about. It's what, we've put a lot of emotional investment in all of those 7 cups behind us. And that 8th cup in front of us is the new path, the new thing that we really care to birth.
Exactly.
So whatever this is, you have to go with the natural order of things. You have to go with the natural flow. It's an abundant life, and life brings constant change.
Stop trying to fight it.
So yeah, it's not like any of those 7 cups behind you have any less value. No. It's just that you're moving forward now with that new thing that's about to be born from you. Okay? So we really hope that you'll take the positivity of that, and instead of the negativity of having to resist the change, okay? Right. Try not to resist the change.
What that brings to me the medicine card for the month of August. You guys got the Black Panther. And the Black Panther is about embracing the unknown.
Yeah.
It's about getting over your fears of what you don't see or what you're not sure of.
Yeah.
And it's taking that leap of faith and moving forward on the path that you really want to be on, because that's where you're supposed to be. That's where you're meant to be. Embrace the unknown. Do away with the fears and embrace the unknown.
So that's how we know what we're looking at here on the table, because You know, and looking at your astrology, it does make sense. Venus retrograde will conjunct Jupiter, which is good, but you know, if Venus is in retrograde, so we're stopping and looking at it rather than just expanding our bank account, expanding our prosperity. We're having to stop and kind of look at it and assess it and refine and restructure things if necessary. But it's squaring Saturn. Saturn is making you do this. It's making you work on it. So it feels a little heavy, a little bit hyper responsible, doesn't it?
Yeah, the responsibilities are there, the problem solving.
It's problem solving.
It's problem solving.
It really is. And we all have to do it this month. We do.
And then the 6th, Mercury and Venus retrograde. They're, what house are they going into?
They're conjuncting.
They're conjuncting.
In your communication. So that is about your thinking, your communication.
Right. And
you're looking at your own skills, your own goals, your own dreams, and you're thinking about it. In Venus retrograde, again, you're reassessing and reassessing again.
Yeah.
So isn't it funny, but the heavens are really aligning in such a way, and especially for Libras in many ways, really trying to dig out from deep within you something that you're meant to do, that's absolutely meant to be. So embrace it. Embrace the change. Libras, you're going to have to make some decisions. We do see that your feelings this month is the 3 of Cups, which is great.
you feel good. You want to be happy about whatever this thing is that you're trying to birth.
Yeah, this new thing.
You want to be happy about it. You want to celebrate it and be out with your friends and be out with others.
And feel a part of something.
Exactly.
A part of the group, a part of the gang, or just, you know, like you're really doing well in your collaborations at work, that kind of thing. You want to feel part of the gang, right?
Right.
But what we see that you're thinking is that you don't feel like you're part of it.
Right.
You don't. You feel solitary,
Or maybe that you're leaving something behind.
on the outside somehow.
Yeah, that you're somehow all alone.
Yeah.
You know, and it's what you're thinking. So remember, what you're thinking, it has to do with self. It may not actually be what's actually happening, but it's what you're
Perception.
manifesting. Thank you. That's the word.
Yeah.
It's your perception of it.
Which is why we know that when we're looking at the left side of your tree of life and the right side, and we see that there's a disconnect, we do want to talk to the Libras out there that might be resisting change to the point of a little bit of denial.
Self-destruction.
A little bit of denial, and to the extreme, it can lead to self-destruction.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if you know in your heart of hearts that is you, that we're speaking to you, and you've really been down in the dumps and in the doldrums and really feeling alone, and what all you want is to feel like this again, then please take it on board this month, because the planets are aligning to try to help you understand self in a new way. That value, that Leo pride. Okay, so
and in this
take it on
card,
board.
where you're feeling all alone, or you know, your thoughts, you have to understand there is something right behind you.
There's help.
All this darkness is what you're creating, but this red, this light, there's help for you. There's, all you have to do is turn around.
Yeah.
You know, change your way of thinking, flip it around, and then you'll start manifesting what it is that you really want.
Absolutely. And we know this because we understand that what you know about yourself right now is the 3 of Swords. We know that so many people have been going through healing, heartbreak, and dealing with some type of loss or separation or just painful things. And you know, all of us have been tasked at this time in the astrology to learn and grow from it.
Yeah.
Isn't that really, that's what it's about? It's about learning and growing from
what
it.
we're actually doing in the Age of Aquarius is we're learning about love and what our definition is of it, each person. And sometimes that causes a little bit of heartache, because what you thought you once loved, you may realize now that maybe that's not the correct love for you.
Right, or you're just redefining love altogether.
Right.
Because perhaps you're redefining yourself.
Yeah.
And maybe you've grown. I mean, the older you
Exactly.
are, the more you should have grown. So the more you change as you go along to integrate the new growth. And that leads us on many paths in life. So change is natural.
It is natural.
Change is natural. And so
And fighting
try not to
the
fear.
natural flow of things will cause a block.
Right.
Fighting.
So it's the positive cup that you want to focus on that's ahead of you.
Exactly.
And not feeling negative about the cups that you're walking and turning away from.
Exactly.
So what we see that you need to know right now, Libra, is the Seven of Pentacles. And this is really about restructuring. It's about
Reassessing.
it is
And
prioritization.
being that this is the month of Leo, it's about reassessing yourself, what is working for you, what isn't working for you, what you want, what you need, what you don't want.
I'll tell you what, in the first week or so, you're gonna really, again, problem solve and look at everything, your responsibilities, and you're gonna assess your money, your love, all your relationships and things that you are responsible for. And then the 5th, 6th, and 7th, Mars will trine Saturn, and that is about your career and about your ambition. You'll start to feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more sure about what you want to do. And then Mercury's going to come in to give you clarity in the house of Virgo, in your 12th house. And that's like, in the 12th, it's like, this is what you're finishing up. You're almost to your solar return. You might be tired. You've taken a lot of learning on board in the last year. And this is when it kind of all comes in at once. So it can be a bit overwhelming. Then by the 11th, Jupiter's going to come in and expand this awareness in Virgo, which is going to balance out the right from the wrong. It's going to help you discern what you've taken in, what you've really learned, the big picture.
Exactly.
Big picture of yourself and how you've redefined yourself and how you've grown, and the big picture of life itself. And like Hope said, love.
Exactly.
Your new definition of love. So take that on board, because at the new moon on the 14th, we hope that you have a positivity, that sunshine of Leo, to manifest whatever this is in your life. Manifest this so that you can feel this way about it, okay? This way, and not feel like, well, I can't. I don't have it in me. They don't want me to be a part of it. No victim mode, okay? That's it's
Yes.
really in Leo. When Leo is a pouty little kitty, Leo is miserable. So don't go there. Don't go there, okay? Really, it's important, because what we see that is working for you this month, Libra, is the Lover's card.
There's lots of love out there for you.
Love is on
There's
offer.
love. Exactly. We're synergizing here with our minds. There's love on offer.
Yeah,
And that's what's working for you.
that's good.
So turn around. Right here. Turn around. Change that thinking. Change that pattern to start manifesting what it is you are truly wanting and needing and what you were put here to do.
Whatever you were integrating last month about yourself, I hope it made you love yourself and not fear all the changes that it means in your life, okay?
Don't worry about the future. Embrace the unknown. Let go of the fear.
See, because we can see that
It's
you
not.
are, that you're kind of like, it's like stop, start, isn't it?
Because your challenge for the month
Yeah.
is the Nine of Pentacles, which is the self-made woman or man. So your challenge is yourself, period.
Feeling independent,
Yes.
feeling self-confident. If your challenge is that you're having trouble feeling self-confident,
Because you're afraid to move forward because of the way you're thinking,
then it needs to be a change of
it
thinking.
needs to be a change.
It
What you
really
need
does.
to do is start thinking about what it is you want to birth so that you can have fun and be happy and join that group because they have love to offer you.
That's right, make new
know?
friends.
It's all right there.
It really
waiting
is.
for you.
Because if this is what you know about yourself, Libra, remember, okay, that the swords are our thinking. So perhaps the reason you're still feeling heartbroken is
Exactly.
because you're thinking
Because
that way.
that's the way you're thinking.
Yeah. So
Change that up.
reassess it. Take a better look at your self-value. Pentacles are about our internal self-value, right? So become self-aware this month, Libra, of your beautiful self, of what you bring to the planet. Because no matter how many changes you've made, no matter what you see when you look in the mirror right now, you are becoming something that is in the natural flow of life. It is meant to be. It is meant to be born. It is meant to be born. You can't stay pregnant with it.
No.
Right?
Right. It's like a mother who's going to give birth and decides, nope, I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah.
You can't stop the flow.
You can't.
You can't.
It's time.
It's time. And one of the oracle cards that we got was celebrate life.
Yes.
You know? I celebrate every day by honoring and respecting all life on Mother Earth.
It really is time to go out your door and see the world in a new way. Because if you reassess what's keeping you feeling like this, if you look at it differently, you're going to see this. You're going to see the bounty
You can
and
see
the
the
beauty.
whole side there that has nothing but love to offer you. And our best
And you're
advice,
part in it.
our best advice for you for the month is the King of Cups.
Yeah.
Accept the love.
Yeah.
Accept the love.
That's on offer in the world for you.
Exactly.
In your life. And to be loving. This king, this energy is one of just unadulterated joy. He just walks in the room with merriment. It's kind of like the Santa Claus feeling. It's just merriment and happiness. And he just gives it out.
He does.
And so if you give it out, you'll receive it back.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like pay it forward. You know, law of attraction, pay it forward and it will come back. Don't stay alone in your house and wait for life to look different before you're different. Okay?
Exactly. Because you're manifesting what you're seeing
Yeah.
by the way you're thinking.
Because we also pulled golden opportunity for you. It is right there. It is ripe for the picking. It is ready to be born.
Yeah.
It's so there for you. It just is. And so if you are in a state of denial or depression and you really need help in any way to move forward, because we're seeing you need to. There are some of you out there that are really resisting, and there are some of you out there that are totally
really
doing it.
Yes.
And embracing self. Please allow Leo to teach you your value of self. The way that Cancer taught you to love yourself emotionally, and Gemini taught you to understand yourself intellectually, Leo teaches you how to understand your place in the world.
Right.
To be proud of yourself.
Exactly.
To integrate all of it. So you've researched, tried something new, you've integrated the new things that were coming in emotionally, your emotions were expanding, and now be aware of it all so you can see the lesson in all of it. That you need to be proud of who you are and what you bring.
Brilliant. And we do have the quote. The quote for the month is by Gail Foreman. The quote is, "We are born in one day, we die in one day, we can change in one day, and we can fall in love in one day. Anything can happen in just one day." That's all it takes. One day of changing your thought pattern, and you would be surprised.
Let it be today.
Let it be today. Let's start this today. Let's start moving forward today. Because your issue, your karmic lesson for the month is the Page of Swords.
That's right.
That's your inner child. You are the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords. So the Page of Swords would be your inner child wanting to be heard. Not only wanting to be heard, but underlying her is the Queen of Swords, demanding to be heard.
Demanding to be heard.
Demanding the truth.
The truth of self.
Of self. Oh,
And to be able to speak the truth to others in complete genuineness.
yes.
To move forward in the world decisively.
Exactly.
The Queen of Swords is bold. She knows how to speak, and she knows what to say.
She knows how to yield that sword.
That's you. This is you being whole self in Leo, and that's
Leo.
what August
And
is
that's
about.
what it's about, self-awareness.
Because
So it's time to release that inner child, listen to your inner child, let that inner child speak to the world because she wants to be heard or he wants to be heard.
So it's time to take it out and to know that you're part of the whole. You've really learned over the past few months who you are and maybe what you want and what you need to be happy, right? So take it outside and get together with people because the end of your month looks amazing, doesn't it? The new moon
in Leo, trining Uranus.
And conjuncting Eros.
Woo! That's passion, that's surprises, that's friends and social and having fun.
It really is. It's this. It's sociability.
It is yeah.
And it's feeling fantastic about yourself.
Right.
So if your challenge this month is to feel confident and have self-esteem and to be proud of who you are and everything that you've been through, you might be a little bit vulnerable, but try to move with faith and trust and a big heart.
Yeah.
And go out there and get together with people, please, and let today
be the first day of the rest of your life.
Yes.
Embrace the unknown.
Yes.
Don't worry about the future.
Because we love you, Libra, and we need you. The planet needs your balance, your levity, your fairness, your equality. And if you guys, if your scales are like this,
If the house of Libra is half good and half in denial, if half of them are doing the humility part and half are doing the ego part, then you have a house that's out of balance. And Libras, you bring balance to
we need
to
you.
us. You are, that is what you do for the zodiac. So we need you. We need you to balance and we need you to embrace yourself. We need you to come together as a whole. Come on, House of Libra, you can do it.
you can.
You
Because
can.
this is one side of you guys.
Yeah. And this is the other side of you guys.
With her is the challenge.
With
so
her is the challenge.
do you see how we're seeing some denial here? Some of you, healthy egos and healthy humility. Others of you, unhealthy ego, which is denial. Unhealthy humility, which is giving away your power and just not making any moves at all.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be born. A woman does eventually give birth.
Exactly.
She doesn't just
She
stay
can't
pregnant.
hold that baby in there forever. It's the way, it's the flow of life.
Natural order of things.
It is. You know, and if you guys, if you need more tools and you are on our left side of the tree here.
Yeah.
And you feel that, you know, I just can't do this. Can't is not a word in our vocabulary.
No.
Just email us at sophquest@yahoo.com and we can do a personalized reading for you, you know, to try to give you some more tools and some more understanding, a different perspective, if you will.
Yeah, because we see some are dealing with some fear and insecurity, and we want to help with that. We really, really do.
And always come visit us at sophquest.com. We've got a new resources page with links, clickable links on them, and there are things that we're passionate about, and come check us out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we did want to bring in something new into the Sophscope.
Yes.
So for the first time for the month of August, we would like to give you a song of the month to inspire you and to get you guys doing this in the summertime while you're feeling your healthy ego.
Yes.
Yes. A song of the month. It's called "It's Amazing"
by Jem, Jem.
Please look it up. Listen to it.
Yes. It's inspiring.
It'll make you feel better.
It will.
It really, really will. And with that said, we just want to leave you with 3 words that we practice, and we hope you will too, on your Sophquest, because it's a good way to look at the world, and it's our definition of love in action.
Exactly.
It is.
It is. Kindness, reverence, and gratitude. Live with these three things each day.
Yeah.
Be them to yourself, and once you are loving yourself, you won't be able to help but spread it around. And that's what the earth needs right now. The earth needs to heal, and the earth needs love to heal. So this is love in action. Kindness, reverence, and gratitude.
Yeah. And you're a big part of that, Libra. You really are. We need you. So.
Yeah.
And we love you. So take care.
Yeah, have a good month. We'll see you next month. Bye.